said who implemented the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
All right, this is on Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. He exercising all the power of the first beast before him.
You know who the first beast is?
I don't think it's the United States. Thank God.
That's that beast.
That's that beast though.
United States.
I was hoping that actually we were a part of it.
Nope. America is in the Bible, but the first beast before it is the revised Roman Empire.
Okay, so who's going to head up that thing? There has to be
Second beast. That's America.
Oh.
That's what we had. That's the second beast going to head about it. Right there.
Okay. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
And that lets you know who the first beast is, whose deadly wound was healed.
Okay.
Whose deadly wound was healed.
I don't believe in the Roman Empire being healed. But go ahead.
Do you believe in the Renaissance period?
Yes.
That's the deadly wound being healed. Because Rome
Some
got this.
people think it's when Napoleon captured a pope. You know what I mean?
I think I heard that in the SDAs.
Yeah, some people think that. So
I think that, but I don't believe it.
Okay.
Because that doesn't work. Because the thing is, the first beast had 7 heads and 10 horns. When you read in Revelations, was that Revelation 17? I believe it's 17. Yeah, Revelation 17, where it talks about the great horn and stuff like that. Those 7 heads are kings. So that can't just be Napoleon. It has to be one main nation, one main kingdom that branched out into 7.
some people think it's Macron.
You heard that? Whatever that is, I can't deal with. But all I know is, according to the source material of the Bible, those are nations. Those are nations. Those are kingdoms, right? Now go back.
Verse 13, he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Now this second beast, America, caused fire to come down on earth, right? How did America do that?
I don't know.
How did they win World War II? Go. Okay, if that's not the actual answer, what's the antithesis? Because now, if that's not what it is, you're gonna have to explain what the first and second beast is. Then you're gonna have to show me how that deadly wound was healed, and then you're gonna tell me you're gonna have to explain how did they make fire rain down on their heart.
See, when I'm thinking about this, I'm visualizing civilized thinking. So incorporating some sort of technological advances, like Elon Musk.
Well, ain't that how America came up with the technology to make the A-bombs? Wouldn't that be the same type of logic that you're following right now? It would, bro. It would. You know.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the mean of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had been wounded by the sword and did live.
Now that word image right there, in the Greek, that word is icon. That means the golden standard, right? Or standard of morality. That's where you hold. That's where you get the Islam. That's where you get Christianity. Like this, that type of Christianity, white supremacy, all that. That's the image of the beast. That's what America stands on.
Oh, you good?
The Greek word icon. We're not on the mark yet. The mark's like a verse later. And you conflating all of you're putting all it together. No, the image of the beast and the mark is two completely different things. Now, like I said, the Greek word right that is written in Revelation is icon, which means golden standard or moral representation. It's not an actual picture. It's a moral representation. Okay. What's the moral representation of America? White supremacy, freaking Islam, Christianity, and all that. I'm saying all of that into one. Everything that America stands for, just like how we had these Muslims that came up here earlier, right? They call themselves Muslims. They don't even believe in their own book. They're just following this ideology of, oh, I'm just a Muslim. I'm just gonna walk around and say that. right? They don't even stand on what they believe in. What do they believe in? Christians do the same exact thing.
Yes.
They just say oh, I'm a Christian. I don't even know what I believe. Stuff like that.
And in my case, I'm just a regular semi.
This guy want to be Simeon so bad. But the thing is this, right? All that, the white supremacy, everything America stands on, these faulty ideologies, these fake religions that they have, right? That's all embroiled into the image of the beast. Right?
Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Now how is the image of the beast speaking? Right? I'm gonna show you that. Go ahead.
No, please.
Okay, the image of the beast speaks because white supremacy is from America. The ideology of America gets spread onto all the other nations. Because just like I'll give you an example, was that Haiti? If they didn't want to get down with homosexuality, America will make it where they put sanctions on them. They'll force them into their ideology. That's how America does with all. If you don't deal, just like how America doing that with Russia, right?
Yes.
If you're not moving the way we want you to move and want to do for Ukraine,
Except for in this case, whenever you invade the South,
that's another topic.
but that's bad.
Let's just say this for the sake of argument. Right? Let's say this. If you're not getting down with what America is on, here come the sanctions. We're gonna hurt your economy. Your economy is the lifeblood of your nation. We see that now. So that's how it's killing.
Well, that's what shouldn't be bad news.
Well, any like you can see this with the sanctions, right? America, if you're not down with America, as far as their ideologies, their philosophies, America will make you suffer through your economy. We see that now.
But when you look at a place like, what about places like Bernardino or like Louisiana? You know, we're not opposing sanctions on them. They're pretty brutal. But in this case, we can't use Russia because they say.
I mean, I'm not just saying Russia. I'm saying just in general. When America is not, but hold on, if America is not, if you're not down with what America wants you to do, America will send somebody to come into your land and destabilize it and they will raise up a leader who is under the image of the beast. Just like with the whole Saddam Hussein thing. Everybody, let me explain it before you do all that. America was down with Saddam Hussein for the longest. Until they started to move away from what? The petrodollar. When he wanted to move away from the petrodollar, right? Now he's this big terrorist. Now we got to kill this guy, and then they killed him and prop somebody else up who was down with that. Same thing with Gaddafi. That's how America does. If you're not down with their white supremacy, let's just say that. That's fine. Hold up, bro. That's what I mean about the image of the beast.
Hey, what about? Okay.
Oh wait, hold up. No, I'm not done. That's what I mean about the image of the beast. You said like, some of those brutal people. You know what those people were doing for their nation? They were actually helping their nation until America tried to propagate things about them to make them look like terrorists, to make them look evil and stuff like that. Because they moved away from the dollar. When they move away from the dollar itself, that's when America changed everybody's opinions on it. Before Bush and all the stuff that happened with Bush, Saddam Hussein was an upstanding person to America. That's the thing. Let's stay on topic. Let's stay on topic. You're too damn antsy, bro.
Okay.
I'm just saying. That's how the image of the beast speaks. That's just an example of that.
Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
They'll receive a mark in their right hands or in their forehead. Do you know what that mark is in the Greek?
No.
The Greek word right there for mark is karagma. That's an insertion. That's a literal implant, right? And it says, go ahead. You have the mark.
Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
So if you don't have this specific incision or this mark, you cannot buy or sell or use commerce. Right. Okay. So what do you think that is?
I thought it was a rival military figure and their
That's Christian dog. That's Christian dog.
What do you got?
Weird. We're Israelite. Well, I'm just gonna say
You guys aren't simians.
that's not true.
Well, you're not.
First of all, we got a dude over in California right now. His name's Ayash. He's a Simeon now.
In New York.
Yeah,
Okay.
and New York too. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got Simeon now. People who descend from Simeon. But the point I want to make is right. It's not no globalized religion thing. These are actual things. That mark right there where the problem is a physical thing. It's a physical implant. It's a physical insertion. And without this physical insertion, you cannot buy or sell.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the RFID chip?
Yeah, I think so. It's
A little rice-looking thing.
Yeah.
They stick inside of you, right? You know they already have that in Europe. Buy and sell with this. You can literally go up to a vending machine, boop, buy and sell. We see that happening right now. That's what the market of beast is.
So what's the point of the Christmas thing?
I mean, as far as the Chrislam thing, that's you can say the image. And that's all it really boils down to.
So it is a there is a counterfeit thing going on.
Yeah, that's called Christianity and Islam, literally.
That's right.
They're both counterfeit religions.
Wait, the black
No. Give me SICARRI. Give me SICARRI. Right. What we believe in isn't a religion. This is actually our heritage. Just like I showed you, we were given the law, and it was the blood was sprinkled upon us in the book. That's our culture. Watch this.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 17, verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge in the law of life for an heritage.
The law of life for what?
Heritage.
A heritage goes into your culture.
No,
This,
wait,
hold on,
let
let me finish. Hold up, please. Let me finish. No, bro. Let me finish, bro. Bro, stop playing.
Besides this, he gave them knowledge in the law of life
That's the law of life. Is that book of the covenant? Like
as an heritage.
what?
Heritage.
This Bible, right? These prophets, these laws, these apostles, all this is our heritage. So everybody can't jump on board to this. That's why I said this right here, Christianity is a counterfeit religion because they say, bro, say not everybody can be a part of it. Oh, not everybody can be Israelites. Now everybody can do this. Even Islam, right? That's a counterfeit religion based off of based off of Abraham.
Right.
That's a whole other thing. Like I'm trying to make another people a chosen people like God. When the scriptures say contradict. So that's all counterfeit religions. That's all going into this. All that stuff, like Christianity, Islam, white supremacy, all this pledge allegiance to a flag that enslaved your people is white supremacy, and that's the image of the beast. That's what that is. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
You know what the mark of the beast is. If that's the image, what now is the mark of the beast that says it's a decision? What is that? Bro, you playing, man. You playing, bro. Bro, did I say tentacles?
No, that's my word.
Bro.
Whenever America broadcasts its like ways on the other nations,
That's the image. That's the image. The mark of the beast is an incision, the RFID chip. Without this RFID chip, it gets implanted inside of you. You cannot buy it or sell it at one point in the future.
Yes.
That's what that is. That's going on. That's answering your question about what the image and the mark of the beast is. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.